I'm from West Pennant Hills and grew up in a hard-working migrant family. Mr. Dutton, how will cutting migration affect industries like healthcare and construction? And what will you do to ensure migration discussions remain respectful and avoid demonising migrants?
Well, the point I made before was that I think we are a greater country because of our migrant story, and I think we should celebrate it more as a country. People who came here with nothing, people who have worked hard, the same story of migrants today. But we have to have a well-managed program. And when you bring in 1 million people over the course of 2 years, that is going to have an impact on health services, on infrastructure, on education, right across the economy. So if we've had a 65% increase, and if the government's going to bring in a population bigger than Adelaide over a 5-year period and take money out of infrastructure at the same time, it's going to have an impact. So we have to have a managed migration program, and our argument is that you can reduce it from the record level that it's at the moment down by 25% for 2 years, which will create about 100,000 homes, and that will help young Australians get into housing.
We've got a question from Janine. Thanks, Janine.
Hi. I'm 74 years old. I worked very hard all my life. I didn't come from money at all. I came from an average family. You work hard, you save, you buy your home, you have your children, and you move on. Okay. My future, well, not worried about it. My children's future and my grandchildren's future, I worry about. Because I have not seen any government take control of a fact, and it is a fact, a lot of foreign companies and countries buy Australian farmland. We have a lot of migrants, sorry, not migrants, I shouldn't say that. We have a lot of students who are here visiting, who are buying housing within the city area. And we have a lot of people here just on visas, buying properties here in Sydney, and they are now empty. We have a lot of housing within the city areas that are empty because they are owned by foreigners who do not live in this country. When is one of our governments going to turn up and say, Australia belongs to Australians, and therefore our land remains Australian land?
Thanks, Janine. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Janine, you're selling yourself short. You look pretty healthy and well, so... Look, a couple of points. We're a small nation, 27 million people, and we produce more than we can consume in our country. And if you talk to our farmers or talk to our manufacturers, we want to open up markets and export, and we want to trade with the world, and that's always been the case. No, and so in relation to land, that is part of that discussion. So people want to invest into our country. We have limits in relation to purchases being made. Your point is that they could be made tougher, and that's a fair point to make. What I'd say in relation to housing is that we have announced, as part of our housing policy, not just the $5 billion to create the 500,000 new homes, not just a cut to migration so we can get Australian kids into housing, but also a 2-year ban on foreign buyers from purchasing existing housing stock here. And that's because I don't want foreign buyers competing against young Australians at auctions or at the sale, of the house that they've got their mind on. Beg your pardon?
You said existing. Does that stop them from buying, from building new homes, buying property and building new homes?
So the reason that it's a fair question. The reason that we've stated that we're talking about existing homes is that if you look at unit developments, there is a certain number of pre-sales that need to take place before that unit development can be completed. So if they don't get the pre-sales, they don't get the finance, and the apartment block of 200 units doesn't get built. So what we didn't want to do was cut out some of those pre-sales, and a portion of some of those pre-sales will be to foreign students, for example, but it allows that project to get up and running, and it allows those 200 units to come onto the market.
Let's give the PM... I want to give the PM some time because we've only got... not long, so, yeah.
Yeah, thanks very much, Janine. Thanks for the question, but more importantly, thanks for what you've done, helping to build our country. We are the best country on earth because of your hard work, including raising children here. Have you got any grandkids? And 2 grandkids as well. That's fantastic. So, look, we have The same policy is already in place, effectively. We have put in place a 2-year ban on foreign ownership of homes. We think that's appropriate at the moment in order to ensure that homes are available for Australians. We want to increase the supply of homes. That's absolutely central to a range of policies that we've put in place, whether it be private rentals, whether it be public and social housing where I grew up, or whether it be home ownership as well.
Okay.